Move to 8.9.
This item is for the board to decide whether or not you would like to formally include in our board policies whether or not the Pledge of Allegiance is part of the board bylaws and policies and a required item on each meeting agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell me if it's on one knee or standing or whatever you like. Sorry, I couldn't resist that.
I'm going to open up for public comment. Since there is none, we'll move into questions regarding this, and then we can go into deliberations and then maybe act on it. My personal approach to this is that I know that I did some research on this as far as part of the Ed Code, not for us to participate, but for some activity of this nature to occur in a classroom on the elementary school level. And maybe I'm being nostalgic, or maybe I'm just being, a more heartfelt moment to say it's kind of something special about starting the day. I don't have a strong feeling to have it recited in there, but here again, I know I've done this on a number of occasions, and when we do it, I say it's optional. People don't have to stand for it, and there's no demeaning if it's not standing, but it's respective, and it's a process. It's an activity that is kind of like we did in elementary school. I mean, that's just my take on it.
I'm not in favor of having the pledge required item. There are many reasons why people choose to abstain. Religious, political statements against racial injustice. My personal experience was different than yours. I was raised in a religion where we didn't salute the flag, and I found it ostracizing to stand out while everyone else was participating. I would like us to be sensitive to this issue and choose not to have it part of our agenda. There's a lot of things going on these days, and I would prefer not to have it.
Well, being as though we live in the United States of America, I think we need to respect our flag and have faith that we will still pledge allegiance and we will still be unified at some point.
I think that now more than ever we need to be united, and I think the flag unites us. I do respect the difference in opinions, and down to your point, there are ways to address that. For example, like we mentioned, it's not mandatory. You don't have to stand. You can. There are various ways to deal with those either perspectives or sensitivities or points of views. Whatever those they may be. So I very much would love to see us continue to say the pledge of allegiance. I educated myself in terms of the background, how it came about, who created it. And I feel proud. I feel proud that we do this. So that's my perspective on that subject.
Ms. Langner?
Yeah, I think this is an interesting issue. I personally am proud when I do the Pledge of Allegiance, and when I say the Pledge of Allegiance, and I don't see it as being a pledged. We sometimes have some members of the audience saying that we're pledging our allegiance to Trump, and I don't believe that to be true. I'm pledging my allegiance to a set of ideas and what I think this country stands for. But I also, Member Inch, I respect your position, and I don't think we should sort of force people to choose or sort of alienate people for different reasons. I think there's other ways we can show our patriotism. So I'm at this time not in favor of having the Pledge of Allegiance at the start of our meetings.
You said you are or aren't?
I am not.
Okay. Well,
So, motion.
do I have a motion to have the Pledge of Allegiance included in our agenda for our meetings?
I'll move.
Second.
All right. Roll call, please.
Yes.
You have to wait. Come on.
Thank you, Member Callen.
Sorry.
Member Inch?
No.
Member Langner?
No.
Member Vargas?
Yes.
President Merriam?
Yes. Motion carries 3-2.